I'm talking.
Yeah.
After a few weeks, we get down to shaping.
You do?
Yeah.
A lot more talking though than shaping.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Measuring and notes and feedback and
pages and pages and pages.
Oh yeah, I can assure.
Yeah.
You know, Teddy brought up a name here earlier, Frosty. Okay. So no. I just want to. You had a birthday party just recently at your house. Thank you for inviting me. It was a great time. TC, you go? No.
that was it.
That's right. TC,
Next
you
year.
working?
Yeah, but you
Next year.
forgot
So
his
let me
age.
ask you a question.
year.
Let me ask you. Frosty's, one of the great watermen of the world. But who made you cry that day with the speeches? Your daughter or Frosty?
My daughter. It's just what she said. She stood up there and first of all, I didn't know she was going to say anything. Kyla.
Yeah.
And she stood up on this bench and called everybody's attention. There was a lot of people there. People looked at, and she started talking. I was just, wow.
She did a
I was
good
amazed
job.
at that. And then what she said was pretty intense and a lot of love.
A lot of love out there.
And so I did have a tear. Yeah.
But when Frosty spoke, there was no tears. You're like, Frosty, you're done. Get out of here. No. We love you, Frosty.
But I saw a lot of really sincere social media stuff about your birthday from, guys like Bud Miller, some of the people that you had in your, you've had a long history here in Santa Cruz and all the surfers, and they all respect you. But I saw some really sincere stuff.
We got Steve from Santa Cruz. Before we go to break and take this call, hello, Steve. How you doing?
Hey, guys, listen, to this very day, I see Pearson out at the lane with his paddleboard, and I'll be standing on the cliff, and I'll tell people that are watching, I'll go, see that guy out there on the rainbow-colored paddleboard? That's Bob Pearson. He's still rocking it. Hey, I got a quick question for Pearson.
Sure.
Yeah.
I did a lot of surf photography in the 80s and 90s, and the best surfer I ever saw in big surf at the lane was Vince Collier. I was wondering if you ever see him around, if you know what happened to him, and if you agree with that.
Vince was awesome. I was
Thanks,
a
Steve.
coach at Santa Cruz High School, and he was on the surf team with Bud Miller and Nacho and a bunch of guys, Richard Schmidt, and Vince was absolutely not only one of the best in Santa Cruz, he was one of the best in the world. He was power. There's guys that go out there and slide around. There's guys that really put a board rail in power. He was powerful, way powerful. Yeah.
Okay.
In and out of the water.
Yes.
You listen to the Alternate Radio
Good
Show
point.
right here. You're listening to the Alternate Radio Show right here on KSCO. We're on Facebook Live on Santa Cruz Waves Facebook page. What are we doing? Live streaming?
We are live streaming
We're
right now.
live streaming.
Yes.
We are on Instagram. We're Facebooking. This portion of the show is brought to you by Jeff Winterhalter at North Bay Ford.
Drove my van tonight.
You drove your van? Bob, time for a new Ford, dude.
I'm on.
Jeff Winterhalter at North Bay Ford will get you one at... You got your Ford from Jeff.
Oh, they'll give you a great deal. Great
All right,
deal.
Jeff.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Fig at Surf City Sandwich, where I wolfed down today. And I'm talking wolfed.
How's
The
that
Nonies-
How's that waistline?
Don't worry about my waistline. Okay, I'll give you 20 right now.
Oh, you gave me
Nonies-
hold it. You gave me 10 last week. You
Noni's
cheater.
pesto chicken. That's his grandmother's. What a recipe. Oh, my God, it was good. Neil and TC with Bob Pearson and Mr. Jeff Dunholm. Hey, what happened to your arm? We'll be right back. This very short break. Don't go.
I just noticed that.
He's in the hot tub.
Good morning, Santa Cruz. Hi, it's Julie from Toyota of Santa Cruz. And I understand that you guys are sick of my ad. Well, guess what? So am I. So they drugged me down here to make a new one. And I'm supposed to tell you how great our dealership is. Why? Because it is. We're selling cars like crazy. New Tacoma, the 4Runner. We have over 500 new cars in stock. What else do you want me to tell them? How cute I look right now? We are the proud sponsors of Off the Lip. We've been their sponsors since day one. We appreciate all the business from the skateboard and surf community in Santa Cruz, and I am always here for you guys. Anytime you need something, just come to the dealership. Ask for me. I'm in the fish tank on the showroom. Can't miss me. I'll make sure you get a sweet deal. My name is Julie Frigoli, General Sales Manager at Toyota of Santa Cruz. Highway 1 at 41st Avenue in Capitola.
The Boardroom International Surfboard Show, presented by Santa Cruz Skateboards, is returning to Santa Cruz October 8th and 9th at the Kaiser Permanente Arena, celebrating the proud and rich history of surfboard craftsmen from the greater Santa Cruz area. This year honoring John Mell in the Tribute to the Masters Icons of Foam Shape-Off competition. Live shaping, glassing demos, exhibits, incredible surfboards, insightful seminars. On Sunday, a vintage surfboard swap, incredible artwork, and the finest shapers and board manufacturers in the industry. The Boardroom International Surfboard Show, presented by Santa Cruz Skateboards, October 8th and 9th, downtown Santa Cruz. Visit boardroomshow.com. Boardroomshow.com.
Stop you.
Right.
Hey.
We're back with the Authentic Radio Show right here, KSCO. We're just talking about the missing arm. That's a hell of a story. But it was told on an earlier.
We've talked about that.
We've talked about the
it's
arm. If
actually
you wanna
on,
go, if
it's
you-
on YouTube.
If you want, it's on YouTube also. If you want to check out what happened to Jeff Denholm's arm, go back to the earlier podcast on OffTheLipRadio.com. Right now we're talking to Mr. Bob Pearson. Where do you want to go to see with Bob?
Well, Bob, can we say how old you are? You said
Sure.
you're
68
And feeling great.
68 and feeling great.
and looking good.
Now we've always asked them this question. It's a standard question for our season.
Oh,
guests.
that's right. You want to go there? The season question.
This is a season question, and Bob's had this question before, and he gave us an answer. But some listeners might not have it. But Bob, favorite decade and why?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm living it.
That's right. The
Just
now is all
Right
that matters.
now, right
Right
now,
now?
man, right now.
Don't
Have
look
we
in
ever
the
had a
rearview
now?
mirror.
Huh?
I don't think we've ever had a now.
I don't think we had a now.
You might be the first now. Okay, so why now then?
You know, the past is the past. It's over. It's history. And tomorrow I'm going surfing. I can't wait. And
Right.
yahoo!
There
I mean,
we-
I live for the surf, the day.
The past
you know?
is the past.
The
Don't worry
past.
about the future.
You know what
Live
they
in the
say?
now.
I'm going to quote you on that one.
Live in
right
the
there.
now.
No, they
baby.
say there's no future in the past.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
Right? There's no future in the past. So you're living. So tomorrow's going to be your favorite day.
yeah, I love the past. I had a great history so far. I've done a lot of things that been a lot of places and experienced a lot. So I'm stoked. Way, way, way stoked. I feel very, very lucky.
Top surfer.
Very, very lucky.
Yeah, that'd be a
And
good one. We can do that because
Facts.
maybe it's not a favorite decade, but maybe it was a favorite trip.
That's
Yes.
surf lingo for happy. Stoked.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that, Jeff. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well,
Appreciate
I'm here
that.
for something. I gotta help somehow.
Well, you're helping these people
I mean,
from
Bob Pearson's
people
here,
watching. I
man.
wonder where people are watching
What am I
from.
gonna say?
I don't know. You got the
Nothing.
king of the jungle here for crying out
Jesus.
loud.
Ooga,
Hey, we should give the phone
ooga,
number out so
ooga,
anyone
ooga.
who's watching on
831. If you want to call in from wherever you are to the show, 831-479-1080. This is the Authentic Radio Show right here, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. Here tonight with the king of the jungle, Mr. Bob Pearson, and the one and only Mr. Jeff Denholm. Where do you want to go, Bob?
One and only.
favorite surf trip.
Your
Yep, that's
favorite
what you
surf
asked.
trip? Yeah, you have a favorite surf trip? The lane,
You know,
right
it's
down the
just-
street from your house.
If I thought about it, I think of one, and thought about it longer, I'd probably think of another. But what comes to me right now is around 1973, went to Bali, and a lot of people weren't going to Bali then. And like I stayed with a family in a what they call a lozman there on a dirt floor, and slept on the floor, and lived with the family. Lopez was there, and Roy Russell. We went surfing Ulu.
Yeah.
There's only us three out, no one else around,
Yeah.
no one else on Kuta.
Wow.
You know, it was
Steve Spalding on that trip.
Oh, Spaldo.
and yeah, it was just an incredible experience there. Just
Right.
incredible.
So when you were at that trip, did anyone know Ulu was even out there on that time?
Yeah, Jerry and
Those guys did.
yeah. Who
Did you
was
go
it?
out there on that trip?
Yeah, yeah.
And nobody around.
Yeah,
No
well, that's what I'm
houses.
talking about.
Yeah.
It was like us three surfing. It was
Jerry Lopez.
yeah, and Roy Russell and Mike McCoy. Jack McCoy was making a movie.
Wow.
Yeah, and so he was
Amazing.
up there and making a movie and the whole thing. It was amazing. Yeah, it was incredible.
None of that zoo on the cliff was there.
Nobody
nothing.
around.
Yeah.
Nothing around. No, there's no buildings out there.
Wow.
There was no motels on Kuta Beach. There was no tourists around.
Wow.
Yeah,
So I could see that being a top trip.
it was incredible. It just experiment drive. I drove around on a motorbike and went like to Lake Pinnylocan and got in a paddleboard, went on a paddleboard, a boat, and went across the other. And people were out there burying their dead on top of the land. They just let them move over there, put their dead there, and just the way they did it.
Really?
It was just the experiences that I saw were first time this, first time that, and
Right.
I got on a motorbike and went way out to this one place and dirt road and then a path and walked way out and found a village out there. This guy, he was walking around the corner. He was chewing beetle nut. Teeth are all like that. And he had a machete in his hand. Big eyes, scared. And he was scared of this white guy with hair all over him. And
Gandalf.
and anyway, we became friends. He took me to this village out there, and I had some balloons in my pocket. Blew the balloons up, gave to the kids. I think I was the first white guy the kids ever saw, and they're blown away. Right at first, they were just scared of me, just the way I looked, and after a while, I was okay because I kept smiling. They were smiling.
They probably never seen a balloon before.
No.
Yeah. A balloon or a white guy.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Yeah. So I obviously look very sick to the look at this see-through skin, you know.
Nowadays, you'd register as a sex offender for doing that.
And they'll make you wear a
Bob,
helmet.
who inspired you in your younger days? Who was your inspiration when you first started shaping?
My brother got me into surfing, and he took me surfing. And it was all over. I couldn't believe how cool it was, fun it was. I wanted more of it, and I wanted to get in more and more and more involved. And from surfing, now what do? I wanted more boards, couldn't afford more boards, so I made my own. Yeah, and it just took off.
Are you still as stoked today as you were back then?
Oh, fired up.
Yeah,
fired up.
you are
I was
fired
in there
up.
with Jeff today, and he's passionate about the board we're making him, and he's all excited, and he's excited, and that stoke is just firing me up. Working with him, he's just into it.
Yeah.
And he loves it, and he's good on what he does, and he knows what he's doing.
Right.
And so we got this communication. We're talking, discussing, and firing, just fired up and passion. That's where it's at. Just we had a great time today. Passion. We're all both grinning in there, just going, yeah. So
Yeah, surfing, I mean, it's fun. Let's put it in perspective. Everything about it. It's a
very
hobby, and it's fun, and we're blessed to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Blessed to be around it. Blessed to have this ocean and know what to do with it. So
And
it's
play
just
with it?
fun. Yeah, it's just fun. It's just good fun. All of it's fun. If you're not having I get really confused when people aren't having fun. They're surfing.
Well, you took it pretty seriously with all the stuff you've been doing, but you told us just outside before the show, you're not doing the Molokai rides anymore, you're not going to Mavericks anymore. Are you pulling back the gas pedal and having more fun than doing, I don't want to say crazy stunts, but you're doing what you're doing is very hard on your body.
Yes, that's it.
So now
And it's
you're
just look at
pulling
the
back.
risk and reward at this point, and I am pulling back a little bit.
yeah, he
Admittedly.
just sent me a
I had a
photo.
big head injury this winter, so
Yeah, well, you did. Nick, we can tell you had a big head injury because you're not all
several.
Well, no, and
Never
let's be
lost.
serious for a second. You had a major head injury this winter.
there. That was some squaw.
Yeah, and of course we talked about this earlier. We had Sean on the show.
Yeah.
Same thing. Traumatic brain injury
Yeah.
makes you kind of take check of where you're at, and maybe you do slow down for a bit.
Yeah.
Will you go back out and
When
surf
you have
Mavericks? How's that
Stanford-
question, Jeff?
When you have Stanford neurosurgeons telling you to stop, you listen, and then when you have significant other people in your life that are completely unrelated to surfing that are way more important than surfing, and they're looking at you going, why? You start to ask yourself the same question.
So we're not going to see Jeff at Mavericks?
I mean, I never was a big player there anyway. I checked the box humbly, and it's super crowded now with a bunch of guys that are way better than I'll ever be, and it's getting harder and harder to successfully navigate the risk. So yeah, for me, I feel embarrassed talking about it because, especially in this town, the guys
Right,
with the
of course.
credibility there. So, but yeah, for me, I'm done with that. There's other big waves that are a little bit more forgiving and less crowded, and maybe there, but
Sure.
right now I've just got to get this injury. Believe it or not, this injury, I may not even surf double overhead waves this winter, and that's how I feel. And I have to take it 1 month at a time.
It's not worth it to you.
No, right now, no.
No.
I want to heal. I'm running a business. I've got obligations. People, blah blah blah. But just like anybody else. So guess what? The brain is a
need
big
it.
part of that.
And you're going to need it when and you're going to need it 60, 20, 30 years from now, too.
Well, that's negotiable.
That whole thing with the brain is, I've been hurt everywhere, but I never thought of a brain injury until I had one. And when I had amnesia, it was a heavy experience. You're
Scary.
going, what is this? When is this am I going to get better?
Right.
And from that day on, I realized I had another part of my body that could
Right.
get hurt. That was my brain. And I never thought of that.
Well, like Sean said, you break your arm, it's going to get fixed, right? You put a
Well,
cast on, it's going
in
to heal.
most cases.
But with your right, well, you don't have an arm. Okay, but with your brain, you don't have an idea. You don't have a time frame when it's going to get repaired,
Yeah.
if ever, if at all.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, Sean Dollar was saying that the hyperbaric chamber
Hyperbaric oxygen treatment.
treatment
yes.
really helped him.
It
Did
did
you
for me
notice
as well.
Did you notice it?
I did double sessions every day for the better part of a month, immediately following the injury, and the superficial wounds and the skull and the tissue healed amazingly fast. I mean, I had cuts and wounds my whole life playing sports, and I couldn't believe how fast that occurred. And then the brain fog, which was new to me because it was a really bad concussion and TBI. So it appeared to me, and based on statistics that I was reading, it abated very quickly as well. I was slurring the first week, and within 5 treatments, that stopped. My headaches went away. It was amazing. I'd recommend it to anybody that wants to make rapid advancements. The problem is insurance doesn't cover it. It's very expensive.
Sean said the same thing. Yeah.
Very expensive.
Right.
Okay, you listen to the Alternate Radio Show right here on KSCO, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. We're on Facebook Live with Santa Cruz Waves Facebook page. We are on live streaming on SantaCruzWaves.com.
I'm doing double duty over here.
You are doing unbelievable.
I'm live streaming and Facebooking at the same time.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Britannia Arms, located on the beach in the heart of Capitola Village. Enjoy the traditional English pub or pull up to a table outside in the dog-friendly patio and enjoy the extensive menu of traditional pub grub and delicious beers on draft. Your host, Andy, is open 7 days a week. And on weekends, he served my favorite, the traditional English breakfast of bangers, ham, baked beans and toast. I love it.
Bangers.
Oh, yes. Looking for a fun, unique place to go? Then pop down to Britannia Arms in Capitola. Also, the show is brought to you by People's Coffee right there at 17th and Bromer.
Are we giving away free coffee tonight?
No. We're just going to tell. We can. Go ahead, TC. You give it away. Call number one. Call number 1, 831-479-1080.
Curtis, thank you.
It's a gluten-free beer.
Gets free coffee from People's Coffee, $25 worth, 831-479-1080. Thanks, Curtis and his staff. 41st and Bromer right there. Not 41st and Bromer, 17th and Bromer.
Nice spot over there, too.
It's a great spot. This is Neil TC. We'll be right back. It's a very short break. Don't go away.
Attention surfers and paddleboarders. Don't let cold water or cold air take you out of the water for 5 to 6 weeks. Protect your ear canals with custom-made earplugs. The Listening Stack in Capitola is now offering custom earplugs molded to fit your ears perfectly, comfortably protecting your ear canals from the harsh elements of the Pacific Ocean. Stop messing with universal earplugs that don't work and try something that does. Mention Off the Lip Radio and receive an extra $20 off any custom molded earplugs in our store. The Listening Stack is located at the corner of Capitola Avenue at 41st. The Listening Stack. Protect, enhance, enjoy. 831-498-9890.
This is Brother Timmy.
And Cleo from Cleo's Corner at Pono Hawaiian Grill.
Featuring wraps, teriyaki bowls, plate lunches, amazing and creative salads, vegetarian and gluten-free options, and over 20 different types of poke, all made to order, fast, fresh, and healthy. And what's your favorite, Khalil?
The chicken fingers.
Located at 120 Union Street in downtown Santa Cruz. Call us for takeout at 831-426-PONO or check us out on the web at ponohawaiiangrill.com. We put the Ono in Pono.
And we're back with the Alternate Radio Show right here, KSCO. Santa Cruz's favorite radio station. We're also on, if you missed the show, it's on AlternateRadio.com tomorrow on podcast, also on YouTube, or right now we're Facebooking live on, where are we? On Santa Cruz Waves Facebook page. Right now we have Kayla. Somebody we know, I think. I don't know. Who's this on the phone? Who's this?
TC just took Facebook to the bathroom.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello. Who is this?
Hey, this is Kyla.
Kyla. Oh, my
Hey,
goodness.
Neil?
Yes.
How are you?
Couldn't be better. How are you, my dear?
I'm so good.
Want to say hi to Dad?
Hey, Dad.
Hey,
what's up?
Kai.
Hi, Kai. We
guys
miss
having
you.
Give us one question, Kyla, you would want to ask you Dad on the radio.
Okay, yeah. One question.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
I love you, honey.
I'm hanging out with Grandma right now.
Oh.
My mom.
Cookies. And Graham and I both want to know what kind of cookies you want us to make.
Ooh, jeez.
Chocolate chip.
Yeah, baby. There's no one. That's an easy question.
We're all coming over after the radio station.
Yeah, we'll be right over.
Hold it. Is there not anything better than Grandma's chocolate chip cookies?
No, there's not.
That's just the best.
Kayla, can I ask you a question? No, can I tell you to do something? Tell your dad you love him.
Daddy, I love you.
There you go.
Aw, you see he's going to tear up again.
You know what, Kayla? That speech you gave at your dad's birthday party, I won't ever forget. And it wasn't even my birthday. You know, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful sentiment, and
that was amazing. Did you have a tear?
I had a tear. I didn't have a tear when Frosty spoke. I had a tear when Kayla spoke.
It was amazing.
I heard
Frosty.
you went to the bathroom when Frosty spoke.
No, Frosty, don't get me wrong. I love you, Frosty. Hey, Kayla, thanks for the call, my dear.
Yeah.
Bye.
Enjoy the cookies. We love you. Bye.
Okay.
We got Nick from Nick. You there?
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I wonder where Bob started surfing, first of all.
Okay, Bob. What do you start surfing at?
Paddled out there at the casinos, Dream Inn, first day, and it was like 3-4 foot closeout, and I loved it. I go surfing. I can't believe how cool this is. And then I found out where the waves really were, and I was blown away.
Yeah,
Jeez.
you had a good time.
Yeah,
you still have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Back when you had Capitola store.
That was that was in no. I started surfing in 1960.
No, but when you were back there. There were a lot of, arrows was everywhere, and I'd find a lot everywhere I turned. Arrows also had a snap nose about 8 inches behind. What was that story all about? What were they doing? You know that, huh?
No, I don't know that.
Good answer.
Are they digging it into the soil, or are they just napping?
We made a lot of boards. I think. To date, we've made probably close to 100,000 boards, and so I'm sure some of those broke.
Thanks, Nick, for calling, buddy. Appreciate it.
Well, a simple
Thank
answer
you.
to that is glass slippers break and steel slippers don't.
Right. That's right.
So that's
Here we
we'll
have
ride glass slippers. Please.
We've got Froggy. Is this?
Yeah, Neil. Is this the real frog?
Is this?
It's the real frog. The real
We love you, frog.
We got some VIPs calling in tonight.
I know.
Miss him.
There's some stars.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Hey, you guys are having too much fun. I couldn't miss calling in and joining Bobby Action Jackson and the Bandito.
Right on, Osh.
Osh.
Hey, I got a good little story from last winter though with the Bandito out at Middle Peak.
Okay, go for it.
It was probably the biggest day of the year, just bombing out the back, and the Bandit went for the first wave of the set, I think it was, and he missed it. Actually, did you catch it or did you miss the wave? But he had a 2-wave hold down. By a solid 30-foot face plus.
At the lane. It surprised me.
He's got an inflatable vest on. He still went down for 2 waves. It was a heavy one.
Yep. I don't think I pulled it because I didn't think it was going to hold me down 2 waves, and I fell, Froggy, and I got sucked over, and it pushed me right to the reef. I was on the bottom.
Was it 30 feet?
I don't know. It was fun.
If Osh says it's
I
30, it was 40 foot.
I'll tell you what. I love surfing with Froggy out there. Frog, you have one of the best attitudes in the world of surfing.
Frog, you do. You're so damn passionate, man.
It makes me surf better.
I
should have made the damn wave.
Well, and how many 2-wave hold downs at the lane? Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. Hey, Osh. Hey, Osh.
And, I was going to say, Bob shaped me some of the best boards I've ever ridden, too. I mean, from short boards to gun boards with deep 6 channels, you name it. He shaped me some of the best boards ever.
You killed it in Chasing Mavericks, man. You killed it in that movie. Killed it.
Thank you.
Osh, thanks for calling, buddy. We appreciate it. You call back any.
Have fun, guys.
Thank you, my friend. See you soon.
Right on,
See you,
Froggy.
bro.
Later, bro.
Now there's a guy who's almost as stoked. Well, he's on par to you, Bob. Right?
Well, you put me in his class of stoked. I'm stoked, man. Yeah, I love surfing. He's out there, just the biggest grin. Charge.
Whole family charges.
Oh, he charges. He
Right.
charges so hard.
I know.
You know, guys are going up into these, trying to make these drops into the big lane like that, and he's throwing it up into the lip on that with the biggest grin. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and he just sneaks out too. You know what I mean?
he's
Like
good.
it'll be a big day. He'll go and
Yeah.
check it and see if it's good.
It's subtle. He's subtle.
Yeah.
831-479-1080 is the phone number. You can call from anywhere in the world, or the United States, or just Santa Cruz. 831-479-1080. Right here we have in the chair Mr. Bob Pearson, who is the king of the jungle. Mr. Jeff Denholm. Hey, Bob, what happened to his arm, Bob? Do you know what happened to his arm? Did
I
you
just
see that?
noticed that.
Who got chopped up?
That shark
See,
attack in the
I
hot
made
tub.
the mistake of telling these guys tonight that the biggest incursion of having one arm in my life has been that people ask me every day what happened to my arm.
I know. I don't
And
have no
so,
idea. I have no idea.
you know,
So, Neil, where you from?
I've only punched a
I'm
few
from
of them.
Sri Lanka. Okay, we got to go to
I
break.
knew it.
We got to go to break, but this portion of the show is brought to you by Santa Cruz Armory, located in Scotts Valley. They carry top brands of
Armory.
firearms and accessories for all your shooting or hunting needs. On site, they have a gunsmith that can repair or restore all your firearms. Or if you have a firearm ammunition at home that you're unsure of, call Santa Cruz Armory, and they'll come to you and put your mind at ease. They have the staff without, Jeff, without the gun shop attitude. You have a gun shop attitude, my friend.
Arms. Is this
These
an arm
don't.
pun? Is it you trying to be punny?
The Santa Cruz Armory.
Arms.
Yeah.
Armory.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Go to SantaCruzArmory.com. This portion show is also brought to you by Pure Power Yoga on 41st. Haven't seen you in there. Jeff, Pure Power Yoga on 41st Avenue. You'll be surrounded with great people, great teachers, great energy. Get ready to sweat, stretch, and flow. And most importantly, have fun. Fun. Place is torture. PurePowerYoga.net. Neil, TC, Bob Pearson, Jeff Denholm. Be right back after this very short break. Don't go away.
This is Numa and Isaac from Aloha Island Grill. Well, summer's right around the corner here in Santa Cruz, and that means one thing. It's time to come get your grind on at the Aloha Island Grill.
Come over to Aloha Island Grill and eat some food.
We're located on the corner of Portola and 17th Avenue, and we've got a beautiful lanai for you to come sit out on. We've got a fine assortment of plate lunch, fresh ahi poke, and other wonderful treats for you to enjoy.
My favorite food at Aloha Island Grill is Kalua Pig.
We've got ice-cold beer and wine for those hot summer days, and try some of our homemade POG, Passion Orange Guava Juice. It's delicious. For to-go orders, give us a call at 479-3299. Find us on the web at alohaislandgrill.com or come on down to 1700 Portola Drive. Aloha Island Grill is a proud member of Think Local First.
Hey, it's Fran from Steamer Lane Supply, a new snack stop located across the street from Steamer Lane in Lighthouse Field. Healthy and quick food, great organic coffee, house-made soft drinks, and surf essentials like wax, leashes, and sunblock are available to fuel your stoke. 5% discount if you're in your wetsuit, and there's even a menu just for dogs. Hours are Tuesday through Sunday, 7:30 to 7. Look for our food truck on the weekends, serving great fish tacos. And we're on Facebook and Instagram at Steamer Lane Supply. Hope to see you out there.
Chill Out Cafe on 41st Avenue, Santa Cruz is not just a block from some of the world's best surf, but it is also where you can go relax and order the tastiest grub before and after your sesh. Plump burritos, fresh salads, sky-high sandwiches, and a superb selection of hot and cold drinks. They have something for you. Go to chilloutcafesantacruz.com to view their menu, and to place your order to go, call 831-477-0543. Chill Out Cafe, where they roll the fatties.
And we are back. You listen to the 180th
I've done that.
Off the Lip radio show.
That was a good session.
Broadcasting
man.
from Santa Cruz, California. This show is getting a little out of control right now. In studio, we have the one and only, the king of the jungle, as I'm calling him, Mr. Bob Pearson, and El Bandito, the bandit, Mr. Jeff Denholm, is in studio as well. How do you get in here, Bob? Did you invite him?
Oh, see, This is my third time. I'm still trying to figure out why I get invited.
And we got to say hi to Sid. 'Cause Sid was going to try and make Sid Abruzzi was good from the East Coast. We're going to try and make it.
Water Brothers.
Right,
Yeah,
Water Brothers.
The package.
You know,
The package.
Yeah, the package.
He is the package.
I love the package, and you know what? The package is a big fan of our show.
Yeah.
He is one of our biggest fans from the East Coast for sure, and we love Sid.
And one day the package is going to be in studio.
Have me here then too, man.
Gonna have you in here. Yeah. Had Wayne Lynch was in recently.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
One of my heroes right there, Wayne Lynch. Wow, I wanted to be Wayne Lynch. I wanted to go hide in some beach on Western
I went
Australia.
to high school in Sid's hometown.
You did?
Yeah, my mother grew up in Newport, Rhode Island. I went to prep school down there.
You know Sid?
Yes, I do. Of course I do. Yeah.
Everybody out there knows Sid.
And he's the legend.
Yeah.
They've had some
There's
good.
not many in New England.
No.
Well, you know, he comes out here once in a while.
Well, he's been down at Tressel's in Southern California all week. He was going to come up here, but you know how flights are. It can be expensive to change tickets.
Wayne Lynch is how I found out about Bali.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, Wayne's awesome. He was telling us stories about sailing and his boating adventures and like huge seas, and it was scary stuff.
He used to sail to the middle of the straits between Tasmania and South Australia, Victoria, to this place called King Island. He was pioneering this spot out there. And it's like the convergence of all the Southern Ocean right there.
That's the biggest waves in the world, right there.
Biggest in the world. And he's going out there in his cat, la-di-da, with his little Avon, you know.
He went out there in his windsurfer.
Did he really?
He did.
Wow.
He had been way out there.
Yeah, well, he was
guys in big boats who felt unsafe.
The first
fly by in his windsurfer.
The first surf trip I did after I lost my arm,
Right.
I flew to Sydney, rented a van, and drove around South Australia. Spent months and followed a lot of the stories that I read from Wayne Lynch. I was looking for these spots, these remote reefs in the Southern Oceans. I didn't want to be stared at. I was trying to figure out how to surfing again, and went right after it. He inspired that whole trip.
I wonder how many people have that same. Because I was the same way, you know.
He's amazing.
Unreal.
I want to bring up the show coming up, the boardroom show at the down there at the Kaiser Permanente Center, and you're going to be honoring John Mel.
Great guy.
Good. Was that a good choice?
Good choice. He's a great guy. Just great guy.
Yeah.
You know, the whole family's unreal.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all good.
Are you going to be part of the show?
I think I'm going to be in China.
Oh, you're going to be in China?
I think so.
We're broadcasting from the show, aren't we?
We are going to be broadcasting from the show. Speaking of broadcasting, when is it? Next week?
What's that?
No, It Ain't Pretty. The show we're going to.
Oh, that's October 10th.
October 10th.
October 10th, where we're going to show It Ain't Pretty at the boardroom.
movie?
Off the Lip. It's the Off the Lip radio show movie premiere. The ladies of San Francisco are gonna come down, and we're gonna rip it up. It's gonna be great.
A film made by De La Soul. She was the director.
Highly
the women,
acclaimed.
the women that surf Ocean Beach and Mav. Sarah Gerhardt.
Yes.
Bianca. Savannah Shaughnessy. Bianca Valenti's. Women are tough.
Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca's really
Women are
good, man.
tough.
It's gonna be a great movie.
I've seen the movie. And we're in the movie, TC.
We are. I heard we have a cameo, huh?
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I can't wait. So we're gonna do a free
Did you get your
barbecue,
Emmy?
a free raffle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be October 10th.
And can we just plug our own shows a little bit here? Tuesday, November 2nd, right here in studio, we're going to have a little event that people are going to hopefully pay just a little bit of money to get in to come see. The Expendables are coming here.
In fact, any listeners who want, we're gonna. What we
We're
charging?
like $10,
It's
20, $10-15.
Okay, so this is an Expendables show here in the studio.
Private show.
Exclusive show. I think we're selling 10 tickets.
Yeah.
10 people can come to that show, and we're going to donate the money to a charity of the band's choice. We don't know it yet, but they're going to donate the money. We're going to have a private show. If a listener wants to get they can reach us at our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Reserve a ticket.
An Off the Radio Show Facebook page, or email me at neil@ksco.com.
That's an you know what? To go see them at a show costs you $20 anyway.
Well, you know when they played the Capitola, 3,000 people showed up.
So listen,
in Capitola to listen to them.
Everybody that's listening, call now. Reserve your tickets because it's going to sell out quick. There's only going to be 10 tickets.
10 tickets.
Yeah.
And then Friday, December 2nd, the Off the Radio Show Christmas Bash.
Oh boy.
We invite Bob.
Yeah.
We invite Jeff.
It's almost Christmas again.
Okay.
Good Lord.
With
extra large.
Extra large at the boardroom, along with the art. This is a great time to get a Christmas present for somebody. Okay, the art of Jimbo Phillips.
Wow.
Gary Irving.
Wow.
And Vince Broglio.
Wow. Brogie's art is some of my favorite. His Bob, you
Yeah,
make
awesome.
that, you make that art at the factory all the time. I know. 'Cause that was his inspiration.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's where it all
But-
comes from. Yeah.
Yeah, Brogie's resin art is amazing.
And what
Very
he's recycling toxic materials and turning them
And-
into something.
art.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, and I'm excited. And what day is that?
That is Friday, December 2nd.
Yeah.
Extra large in concert. They played the other day at the Capitol Art and Wine Festival. They were great.
Yeah.
They're always great. They're fun. But I got to ask Bob a question about surfboards. Coming up this season for Mavs, what's different in the boards this year? Is there a direction people, the surfers going
everybody's
in?
going in a direction, and they're going lower entry and more tail kick. So about the overall rocker is about the same.
Yeah.
But lower entry, so your board paddles faster, catch the waves easier, and it doesn't kite as much, doesn't catch the wind. But for years, a lot of people were thinking that you need a lot of rocker in that nose so you don't purl. And if you look at all the takeoffs for years and years, the nose is way up. And you see all these guys like the J photo doing the
I was just gonna say that,
the iron
yeah.
cross. And so, I mean, you stick your hand out the window going 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And feel the wind. All right, now stick a surfboard out the window, going 25
Yeah,
miles
it's
an
gonna
hour
go
with that nose
backwards.
kick. That nose flies up. And you got to really bury, if you got a lot of nose kick, you got to bury that into the wind. The wind is a major factor dropping a big wave. Big waves generate their own wind. And so you lower your entry, and so you have a 10-foot board. Now you have a 10-foot board. You have a 10-foot board with a 8-inch nose rocker, you're on an 8-foot board.
Right.
And a lot of tail kicks. These things, long boards, they don't turn that good. So if you put more tail kick in them, they turn a lot better.
Right.
And then go lighter.
And then throw a little offshore wind on that face of the wave too, right?
Yeah.
And get creative with the fins.
Right. Yeah. How about
There's
fins?
There's rails, there's fins, there's bottom contours. We're doing all this displacement hull types. We're doing a lot of things right now that are just the cant of the fin placement. There's so many things going on right now.
Are these your ideas, or are you just get ideas from the group of surfers that you're working with?
It's the team.
Yeah.
You know, you get a guy on a board and you get that feedback. You get another guy on a board. You get guys all over. Right now, we've got big wave riders all over the world. We've got
Jamie
Japan,
Mitchell.
Australia. We've got Jamie, Hawaii. Just so many countries right now. We got big major wave riders all over the world. All these guys are giving feedback. Try this, try this, try this, try this. All this feedback.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of things that I've been wanting to try, and we've got a lot of open mind. Like Skin Dog, he was just so open to let's do it. Let's try this. A lot of guys are afraid, to deviate from the norm, an 1/8 inch here, an 1/8 inch there. And Dog, he went 2 inches here, 2 inches there, and we jumped a lot of time with that with Skin Dog. So.
Right.
How about length?
We're going lighter. And, big wave riding, the main thing is to get in. Big wave riding is fun if you can get in early. Get in early, it's all good. Like towing, you get in. And to get in early, longer 10-foot board gets you in sooner than a 9-foot board, but a 10-foot board doesn't surf as good. But if you shape it right and you keep it lighter, it will surf as good. We're making a lot of the riders right now are going, Bob, this 10-footer surfs like my 8-footers and paddles like it's a 12-footer. And stoke, getting in early and surfing.
He's doing he made me a 10.8 is 14 pounds, and conversely, a lot of the mainstream big wave guns would be at 20 plus pounds.
Right. What are you doing? How do you get them to be so light, Bob? Is that a little secret there?
I was using materials.
Right.
For years, everybody's doing the same old thing, getting 2x4 stringers and multiple layers of glass over the whole thing. And these boards are heavy as hell. And everyone's running around. You need heavy, you need heavy, you need heavy.
Right.
And I'm sitting here, it contradicts all laws of physics. I mean, what board carries the better? The lighter. What board floats better? Lighter. Which one paddles faster? Lighter. Lighter paddles faster than heavy. Heavy displaces more water. It takes more energy to get a heavy object going. Once a heavy object is going, it wants to maintain direction, linear in a straight direction. You want to turn.
Yeah.
Light will turn sooner, faster, quicker, easier.
Yeah.
You're doing also bottom turn. That light will turn sooner.
Yeah.
It's going to get you in sooner, tune sooner, accelerate faster, change direction better.
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah. So they better order 2.
Well, what we're doing is we're putting T-band stringers in. We're going epoxy stronger. We're going thicker. To keep them in one piece, we're going thicker. That helps out in paddle power, buoyancy, move the deck glass away from the bottom glass thicker, and structurally your board is a lot stronger.
Wow.
EPS foam, expanded polystyrene epoxy. Jamie Mitchell, he's got 10-10. He's riding 60, 70-foot waves, and And I've made him maybe 8 of those boards, and he's broken 1 of them.
Wow.
Right. And I think he gets away with thick because you're foiling your tails like nobody else, too. He's bringing the tail down to a knife, and it's a super rigid tail with a lot of kick.
Right.
So if you're on the tail, you lean, an inch over, and the thing's going to bury
They're
the
thicker
rail.
than anything, but the rails are lower. The nose is thinner. The tail's and they're foiled more than anything.
Real domey.
I hide the thickness.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. Did you have fun?
Great fun.
Right.
Good fun?
Awesome. Thank you.
What happened to his arm? You know what happened to his arm?
I just noticed that.
It's going to be a bloodbath in here when this light goes off.
Thank you, Bob Pearson, for coming on the show tonight. I want to thank Mr. Jeff Denholm. I also want to thank the Beach Guy, TC. Beach Guy and Mrs. Beach Guy, they don't pay for tickets to come see Expendable. They don't pay to come see the extra large. They're in the house.
Right. I hope they come.
Yeah, we're going to have them. I'm going to have them come. Mr. and Mrs. Beach Guy, we love them. BeachGuy.com.
#1 supporter of the show.
And Julie, though, from Toyota.
Oh, yeah, and Julie, too.
Julie. We're about to go to Star Benny.
Yes,
Bob's
we are.
Gonna hear. We're going to throw down some food, Bob.
El tubo es verdad.
That's right. Jeff coming down?
I'm coming down.
Nice.
Okay, with a little Star Benny with...
Hi, Jenny.
we may see Sergio tonight. Haven't seen him in a long time.
Possibly. He's been in Argentina for a long time.
Some of the great Italian food in Santa Cruz is served at Star Benny.
Hey, I
right
also
down
wanted
the
to give a
street.
shout out to Dave Nelson. He was watching tonight.
Nelly?
Yeah, Nelly was watching
Nelly.
on Facebook Live, yeah.
Yeah, playing a little golf, Nelly, up north. I didn't get that call.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Dave.
Nelly. Appreciate that. You've been listening to the Off-It Radio Show. If you missed the show, it's on YouTube or on offiteradio.com or on the Santa Cruz Waves Facebook page. We'll see you next week with another great Off-It Radio Show. See you then. Good night, everyone.
From Capitola to Carmel, Red Hot News Talk, AM 1080 KSCO Santa Cruz.
For a cyber attack on the World Anti-Doping Agency's database, compromising the medical records of well-known American